So my home state is moving to abolish property taxes, according to the article, non-school property taxes. Now, it doesn't necessarily abolish them right away. There's a lot of conditions. It would have to be voted on by people, and it's like constitutional amendments, and it's a mess. Why they have to put this in the Constitution is crazy. What it should be, and this should be everywhere, is abolish all direct taxes. So anytime there's a direct tax, like income taxes, property taxes, maybe you can put like capital gains taxes in this, anything where you're taxing productivity, right? Now, you can make the argument if you want to fund the government, indirect taxes like sales tax or tariffs. You can make the argument because you have a choice. Nobody's forcing you to buy or do business with somebody. Even that, that's, kind of a gray area. I don't know if I gray area, but it's a debatable area. But any kind of direct taxation, it's punishing wealth production. And for what? What does the government do? Right? Governments don't do anything productively. What they do is they are a body of force. They're a monopoly of force by definition. And they can use that force intelligently as a protection force to enforce people's property, their lives. Basically, their lives and extension thereof. That means their property. You don't really need a government outside of that. So military, police, courts, etc. We don't need a welfare state. We don't need a central bank. We don't need this massive bureaucracy that we have. Our country did just fine and did very well without any of these things for the first half of the, first 100 years of its history, half the history, right? So we don't need it, okay? The reason why we have it all is because people expect the government to do things for them. And under that circumstances, they need revenue and they tax people. They have the income tax. Really, it's also a form of control too, right? So if I own my house, but I have to pay property taxes, I'm renting it, right? The government is the landlord at that point. So just as a principle of the founding of this country, there should not be any kind of direct taxation. The state of Florida is moving kind of in the right direction, but they're still not doing it in the principle. Like they're doing it a little bit and they're amending the Constitution. It should just be no direct taxation, no state income tax, no property tax.